Today I want to say something about people who, in their ignorance, are actually trying to persuade people that they know that Yeshua never existed. Here we have a commentary, which I'm sure these people have never seen. Hugh Montefiore, his famous Epistle to the Hebrews commentary. And we're looking here especially at the Bible Gateway Orthodox Jewish Bible translation of Hebrews chapter 2, verse 3. How shall we escape if we neglect so great a Yeshuas Elokeinu, one that was declared initially through Adonenu and was confirmed and attested to by those who heard him? Now, you have to remember that this letter was probably written between 52 and 54 AD in Ephesus and then sent to Corinth. And that means that 20 years have passed since the death on the tree and the Tehiyas HaMasim resurrection of the Moshiach. Only 20 years. Now look, it's 2017. It's almost 20 years since 9/11. Think how recent 9/11 is. And that's how recent these occurrences are. And Hugh Montefiore makes a very strong case that Apollos, who's mentioned with such reverential references in 1 Corinthians and in the book of Acts, is the author here. That he is speaking to these Ephesian believers, some of whom are tempted to stop coming to the meetings because of the fear of the Alexander the coppersmith, the idol-making business in Ephesus, and all the persecution that Paul and Timothy and others had gone through here. And he's trying to tell them, look, don't go back to something that's retrograde, but hang on to the true faith. And let me just read from the Complete Book for Artists for Israel for a few verses here, a few references, a few words. This is on page 911. This, by the way, is if you just go to afii.org / right here, afii.pdf. If you go to that URL, you will get a free copy. Just download it. You don't have to give your email or anything. Just download it, or just do a Google search, Artists for Israel. You'll find it there, the Complete Book for Artists for Israel. If all this was fermenting in Ephesus in the early AD 50s, many of the Jews in the Ephesian congregation would be afraid of both Alexander, we're talking about the coppersmith, and the Ephesian lynch mob that had a vested interest in the idol-making business. See Acts 19:23-41. These Jewish Christians, or I should say Messianic Jews, would need for Apollos to preach a message to them like the one we find in Hebrews. If Apollos didn't write Hebrews, it is hard to understand why he is given so much attention in 1 Corinthians, and especially in the book of Acts. Luke deals mainly with major figures. Mark would probably not have been a major figure if he had not written one of the Gospels. Now, by the way, I need to say this to you. There are liberal scholars, in fact, one in particular, that say the entire New Testament could have been written before 70 CE. And in fact, it seems to be written before 70 CE because None of these writings seem to even be aware that the temple's been destroyed, which, if they were aware of it, would make hay out of that point, because this would prove that the only standing kapora for the world is the one that Yeshua made, 33 CE, when he died on the tree. Now, if you will just simply go to the Complete Book for Artists for Israel and read the material on the book of Hebrews, you will see the attestation of the historical Yeshua, and that this is truly the messianic faith once for all delivered to the Kadoshim. I can't take time on a YouTube video to read this whole entire thing for you. But if you will download the Complete Book for Artists for Israel, go to Google and just type Artists for Israel, you'll see it there. Complete Book for Artists for Israel. Download it. And again, the URL is afii.org/afii.pdf, all lowercase. Then you'll be able to read this for yourself and look up these references. I guarantee you it will sober you up that this is indeed the true and historical book on the real Yeshua who actually existed.